Today, I want to talk about being accountable and beating yourself up. That's right, being accountable and beating yourself up. First, I want to give credit to Gary Vee. I saw a post that he put up on Instagram today via his Twitter account that really hit home for me. He talked a little bit about beating yourself up and being accountable and how they're two completely different things. First, before we talk about this, I highly recommend that you go follow Gary Vee right now. If you're not following him, you're missing out. He is arguably the greatest entrepreneur right now, and he's putting out such great, positive, encouraging content for all of us. So whether you're 80 or 18, do yourself a favor and go follow Gary Vee. Anyway, let's talk about his post this morning. So Gary Vee basically was talking about beating yourself up and being accountable and how they're two completely different things. So it hit home for me for a lot of reasons. Many of you guys know I'm very, very hard on myself, right? I'm a perfectionist, so to speak. I'm always blaming myself for everything, right? And that could be good and bad. You know, as I've gotten older, I've realized that being accountable is really a big key to the equation. You can't blame other people. You can't blame your coworkers. You can't blame your partner or your spouse. You can't blame your teammates. You have to have the courage to look in the mirror and say, this is my fault. This is why I am where I am in my life. This is why I'm either failing or succeeding. And this is why things are the way they are. Your life right now is a combination and a culmination of all of the decisions that you've made thus far. A little scary to think, right? A lot of times it's easier for us to, put that blame on other people. Sometimes it makes us feel better that we're in a certain situation because someone else did us dirty or because someone else let us down. But in reality, it really is up to us. In reality, it's no one else's fault but our own. But when I read Gary Vee's post this morning, it really hit home for a lot of reasons. Because you can be accountable. You can take responsibility. But at the same time, it is counterproductive to beat yourself up all the time about your past failures, your past mistakes, your past, obstacles that you weren't able to overcome. It's counterproductive to continually beat yourself up. So when I read his post, I'm like, you know what? I think everybody needs to hear this. Everybody needs to be reminded of that. Listen, at the end of the day, you want to look in the mirror and say, it's my fault. I am responsible for this outcome. I am going to be accountable for my actions. But at the same time, you have to be able to look in the mirror and say, okay, I forgive myself for those mistakes. I'm going to get over these challenges and I'm going to fight my way through and get to the finish line. It will not help you or anyone else if all you do is say, it's my fault, I'm accountable. And then you say negative self-talk like, I can't, I won't, I never will. And I've been guilty of saying those things to myself in the past. So today, I'm hoping that I can remind myself, but more importantly, remind you to be more accountable for your life, be more accountable for your actions, be more accountable for your results. But at the end of the day, once you become accountable, once you look in the mirror and say, you know what, it's my fault. You know what, it's up to me. Take a deep breath, smile, and then give yourself some words of encouragement. Tell yourself that you can overcome those mistakes. Tell yourself that you can turn things around. Tell yourself that you can do it. Remember, being accountable is a lot different than beating yourself up. That was your daily dose for Tuesday, November 12th. I hope that really hit home for you. Shout out to Gary Vee for the great post. I'm really glad that he put that out there today. So, like I always say, whether it's 1, 100, 1,000, or a million of you that end up listening and watching this podcast and Daily Dose each and every day, just know you are the one reason I love to do it every single day. So now until tomorrow, until Wednesday, you know what you got to do. Get out there, enjoy the rest of your Tuesday, tip your cap, and dig your dream.